Hello folks, welcome to another shaving video. So it's been a long while since I've done one. So today I will be covering, or be using, not covering, be using Ariana and Evan's Asian Plum. And now with Asian Plum, there is of course the fruit, and then there's also the non-fruiting tree, which of course during springtime, it blossoms, and I have a feeling that's what the soap looks like. Is the sort of a tan color, burnt skin looking. The way that I guess soap makers pour their soap, and you can smooth it out. You can smooth it off the top if you want, but if you just pour it and let it sit, it to me it looks like burnt skin, like Fred Krueger's face. And this is a very candy-ish, or in the fragrance industry they call it gourmand. Of course, this is the one that's got the goat's milk. Let's call that buffalo tallow, goat's milk, and all types of milks. And it's got lanolin. Let's see here. Donkey milk. See, but yeah, so it is one of those I guess shaving soap that they went all out with the milks. And let's go ahead and lather it up. Yeah, it's a very, very candy-ish smell. So I've eaten Asian plums. Don't smell like candy. All right. So have you folks gone out and done early voting? Because of course there's talks of if you wait until November 3rd, you're going to be waiting in a 5-mile long line. And of course here in Texas, at first it was they called it the blue wave, and then there was and of course Republicans went out and voted. I voted for Trump. Voted for him twice, 2016 and this time. And let's not forget midterms. Come 2022, get out and vote for your senators and congressmen. And also there were talks that Texas is going to turn blue. Not in 2020. Just from the early voting, Trump's pretty much got Texas. And of course, there's talks of turning California red again. And of course, you got the folks who, why bother voting? Your vote don't count. It's an electoral college. Your vote don't count. Well, if you think about it, these folks are the one who are making laws, passing regulation that directly affects your life. And there's a reason why the electoral college was put in place by our forefathers. It was put in place so that small population states, and Texas is of course a big population state, so we're not ignored, but small states like Montana, Iowa, Idaho, or Wisconsin. I don't know, I think Wisconsin are not ignored. That their vote counts too. So it doesn't just mean that the politicians are going to go to New York, fly over the Midwest, go to California. I was like, hey, it's all I need. All I need is New York and California, and I win the election. All right. And of course, I tell folks too, hey, during the midterm is when your one vote, one count actually takes place. Yeah, the only thing that actually the only election that the Electoral College affects is the presidential election. So if you have a governor's seat, city councilman seat, a sheriff, judge. So pretty much anything besides the president that's up for re-election is one vote, one count. But mostly those are, of course, local elections, like from the governor down to your city councilman. So so there's of course talks. I don't think California's turning red. It might turn a little purple. Too many people who vote, Democrat has crossed the border for years and years into California. They drink that Kool-Aid. Republicans are racist. They don't care. They don't care about anybody else but themselves, meaning white people. And of course, now there's 9 days. So 9 days before the election. If you read comment sections or forums, you'll see those folks come on. The Republicans are racist. They only care for themselves. Like, man. And of course, I always look. If I see those, I reply back, hey man, go drink more of your Democrat Kool-Aid. And of course, Latinos being the new swing vote, being that they're 17% of the population, and Latinos are kind of like Asians. They vote about 60%, 60% Democrat, about 40% Republican, or more like 25-30% Republican. But I think that number is going to change. It's going to flip to 60% Republican, 30-40% Democrat this time, at least for the Latinos. Of course, blacks, they're, regardless of who's running, it could be, they could dig up Robert Byrd, and run him. Heck, they can go and get, what's his name? They keep bringing up his name. What's his name? The ex Ku Klux Klan guy. Damn, what's his name? Basically, they can run a Ku Klux Klan Grand Dragon, and blacks would vote Democrat. And speaking of, the black folks, they asked the question of, black folks in the USA, well, what is your what are you guys' top, thing or top priority that you would want from Whitey? Of course, the top two that I see mainly is reparations, some sort of a police reform. Police reform you're going to get. Reparations you ain't going to get. Because people like me, who've never owned slaves, my ancestors didn't own any slaves, we ain't having it. On top of one thing that I've noticed that none of them ever mentioned, even if it's like a top 10 list, one thing that don't enter the top 10 list, any of these folks that reply or respond was to free the slaves who are currently, in North Africa. We're talking the Libya and Sudan area. So yeah, so the brothers and sisters, the black Africans who are currently enslaved, in North Africa, Libya and Sudan area, they don't matter, I guess. That tells me that that the blacks here in the U.S. don't really care about slavery, or they're not that serious about it. That would be on the top of the list. Hey, let's get rid of current day slavery. Yeah, you think it would have been done under the Obama administration? Oh yeah, man. If you're asking, yes, my face smells like candy. It's a great soap. Yeah, plenty of protection, plenty slick. I only lathered it up for about a minute, so it didn't puff up, but it's still good. It was more of a pasty type of a soap, but that's only because I lathered it up for about a minute, as opposed to the 3 minutes that it takes for most soaps to puff up. So yeah, oh yeah, man, that is like candy, and I guess it is a good Halloween shave, because it is a very candy-ish smell. But yeah, my face is still slick, even with the soap rinsed off. Let me dap dry. Of course, Black Lives Matter. They got a really good what's that word I'm thinking of? Extortion, a racket going. The Black Lives Matter is worth about $2 billion. You got companies, pounding their chest. Hey, we just donated $5 million. We just donated $10 million to Black Lives Matter. And then you see another news article. Yeah, we just laid off 10,000 employees. We just laid off 20,000 employees, but we donated $10 million to Black Lives Matter. Yeah, and that is their extortion. Donate money to us, or we'll label you as a racist. Let's see here, and yes, and the extortion has gotten them about $2 billion worth of money. I doubt one penny of that $2 billion is going to go to help any of those slaves in North Africa and Libya and Sudan. Heck, not a penny of it's going to go help black folks here in the U.S. So yeah, you don't expect any of it to go to the folks over in Africa. Unfortunately for them over there. And of course, was that during when those 500 African girls were kidnapped? The Michelle Obama, got on Facebook or Twitter and held that sign, black girls, matter, or black girls' lives matter, and that's about all she did. They didn't do nothing. It took a bunch of white men to go and free those 500 black girls that matter. Yeah, it took a bunch of white men, and it wasn't thanks to Obama. It was a bunch of mercenaries that went and got the black girls back. Unfortunately, the problem is that a lot of them were recaptured. They were freed, sent back home. The slave wranglers promptly went back to the villages and captured the girls again. The villages, surprisingly, I think it was either AP News or BBC. They did a news on it. They're saying that the villages where the men had AKs. A lot of them had to trade heads of cattle, a lot of cattle, for boxes of AKs. And the news is like, the villages that had men that had AK, the girls were safe. They were not recaptured compared to the villages where the girls, where the men didn't have any AKs, where they just had sticks. When the slave wranglers came around, and of course the slave wranglers, they had guns, but the majority of them just had machetes. And you could definitely get killed by getting hacked to death by a machete. So that's just that. All right, so definitely recommend A&E, or Ariana and Evans Asian Plum. If you like the, I guess it is Halloween, so if you like the oh boy, it is like opening up a bag of candy and taking a sniff. I really can't describe. It's not cherry. I guess if you take all of like cherry and lemon and grapes, and it's kind of like opening up a bag of candy, and you have all of the candy flavors mixed in, and you're taking a whiff. That's kind of like what it smells like. And they, like I say, they got tons of stuff. There's the ingredients list, and it is all natural. It's avocado oil and hemp seed oil, aloe juice, apricot kernel seed oil, lanolin, agave, which is I think isn't that what tequila is made from? Wow, that's windy out there. Slippery elm. I don't know what slippery elm is, but I definitely recommend the A&E Ariana and Evans line of soap. They are relatively they're relatively new to me, so they may have been around for years, but I decided to give them a try. I ordered about 4, so I got one more to go through. Really good. Of course, the Rockwell S6, which is their stainless steel. They do have the stainless steel colored razor. So if you like it, I'm not a fan of that stainless steel color. They got the red, the blue, and black stainless steel. So if you want, like, hey, finally got color, I'll go ahead and order the Rockwell stainless steel. Now that they got color, I thought about buying one because I got an email. It's like from Rockwell, is a 20% off, 20% off of your order. And I was like, hey man, that's $20 off of the stainless steel razor. I wanted to order the red, but then I was like, I probably won't use it much. So it'll probably just be sitting on the shelf. Okay, well that's it. I recommend the soap, The razor, you know, if you again they got color one now. So yeah, but if you don't like the candy smell, then you probably won't like this soap. It's a very very candy-ish smell. Um, they were, at least from the website that I ordered from, they were out of stock for a while. I kind of waited till it came back into stock, and then went and ordered it, and I probably won't reorder it. Of course, you know, Ariana and Evans, they have like tons of other scent that I still need to order. I do like their soap, but not a fan. It's too. I guess if you have a wife or a girlfriend or a lady friend uh, who does partake in shaving, not face shaving, of course, you can give that to them. I don't know if that is if their market are women with the Asian plume. I think it might. I think their market might be um, with Asian plume. I think it might be targeted towards women. As you can see, it's got a nice. Well, I like the red. I like the graphics. It's got the purple Asian plume text and on the side too. So so I don't know. It might be targeted towards women, but yeah, if you got a wife, girlfriend, lady friend, give it to them if they do shave the if they shave or I think most most women do shave, uh, but not the face. So I guess some do shave their face. Well, anyways, well, that's it. Until the next video, get out and vote early. So you won't have to stand in a 5 mile line. Come, of course, when I went, the line did go outside the building, but it didn't wrap around the building. It was I just had to stand in line for like an extra 15 minutes. I did go to vote 2018 midterm. That was quick. I was there. There was a line of folks. We were inside a building. It was before the pandemic, of course, and I was in and out in like 20 minutes. Just time, like I said, it took about an extra 15 minutes. I was there. 40 minutes later, I was in and out, so it wasn't that long. And I have a feeling come election day, it might be an hour or two where you're going to be standing in line, but, oh well. All right, well, thank you, and until next time.